Is it possible that a star known as Betelgeuse, or sometimes Betelgeuse, is about to explode? Well, some people are beginning to think that because over the past few weeks it's undergone an unprecedented dimming event where its brightness has reduced by about 2 times, something that has never seen before with this star. But to understand what this means, let's first talk a little bit about the star itself. Betelgeuse is what we call a red supergiant, so it's an absolutely enormous star that's close to the end of its lifetime. And by close, we mean it may end its life in a spectacular supernova over the next, say, 10 or so thousand years. So it's quite far away in our sense of time, but very close by in astronomical sense of time. Now, this star is about 10 times more massive than the Sun. It lies about 640 light-years away from us in the Orion constellation, and it's absolutely enormous. It really earns the name of a supergiant. In this image taken by the ALMA telescope array, they've superimposed the solar system distances on top of the star itself. And you can see that the planets up until Jupiter sit inside of this absolutely gargantuan star. It's about 1,400 times larger than the Sun, so this supergiant makes our Sun look like an ant. These supergiants are also interesting because their surfaces pulsate. Over the course of around 400 days with Betelgeuse, the surface will pulsate in its primary mode, causing the star to grow fainter and brighter over those 400 days, and its secondary mode lasts for about 2,000 days. So you can imagine the star like a big drum sitting in space, ringing, and as it rings, the brightness changes over that time. And the star has been carefully monitored over the past few decades. In this graph here, we have plotted the brightness of the star as measured by both amateurs and professional astronomers who submitted their data to the AAVSO. So you can see that Betelgeuse pulsates quite a lot. And then you zoom forward to now, and suddenly its brightness has dropped drastically. Now, what could be the cause of it? Well, we don't really know. There are some theories around it. One theory is that perhaps the primary and secondary pulsation modes have aligned up and have caused a great reduction in the brightness of the star. Another theory is that perhaps there's a bunch of material that's been ejected out around the star. Because as these supergiants get older, they'll start ejecting material. And one such ejection could be clouding our view of Betelgeuse. And then there are the hopeful astronomers that think perhaps this is a sign that the star is doomed. It's decided it's on its last legs and it's about to blow up. Now, this would be extremely exciting if it were to happen, because the star is so close, it will become bright enough in our sky during the supernova that you'd cast shadows from its light, and it will be visible in the night sky for a couple of weeks before it fades away to probably be hardly visible at all by human eyes. So in short, we don't really know why Betelgeuse is dimming in its brightness. It could be a number of any factors. But one thing's for sure, astronomers are taking very close care at observing it now. We don't know what could happen next. And one of those options is, of course, extremely exciting, where we'd get the first naked eye supernova in many, many generations. The time frame for it blowing up is still on the order of tens of thousands of years. I'm not going to hold my breath that this star is going to blow up anytime soon, but what it should do is teach us something very interesting about this type of star in general. If it is getting close to its death, it's useful to know these kinds of things go on inside of the red supergiants. Anyway, keep your eye on the sky, it might blow up. Who knows? Thanks for watching.